What's going on, guys? Welcome back to hashtag GSM for GM Season 3, Episode 81 here in WWE 2K24 MyGM Mode. I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Hope you guys are doing well. We're coming off a pretty good Backlash pay-per-view on last week's episode, on the previous episode of the show from a few days ago. So if you haven't already, please check that out. But today we're doing the fallout from Backlash. LA Knight taking on Raw's, or rather SmackDown's newest acquisition from Raw, MVP, the new Intercontinental Champion. LA Knight taking on MVP in non-title action. Gunther getting involved. So we will not be watching that match, unfortunately. Tiffany Stratton will take on Becky Lynch. Or not taking on, she'll call her out for the next opportunity at that WWE Women's Championship. We'll hear from Dragon Lee. Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed will engage in a rematch from last week's show. And this will be Braun Strowman's Swan song from SmackDown. So we will be watching that match. That's the only match on tonight's show. Except for the main event has interference too. But we already saw that tag team match a few weeks ago here on the show. But we'll be watching that. Finn Balor calls out CM Punk. He feels like Punk wants more of a challenge. Balor will step up to the plate after beating Dragon Lee in another very fun match at the Backlash pay-per-view. Rhea Ripley and Cora Jade will go one-on-one one more time. Just a straight-up singles match. Roxanne Perez getting involved. And then in the main event, a rematch from a few weeks back. Let's make this a tornado match. Can we? I don't know if we... No, we don't have the money for it. But we do have money for a tables match. Or an Extreme Rules match. You can do a Backstage Brawl tag team match? That's interesting. Let's do Extreme Rules. Let's throw on a stipperoo. We only... The show cost $37,000. We only have $38,000. We'll be left with $1,500. Obviously, we'll make a profit off the show, but still. That's funny. So we'll make that a no DQ match, because we saw that match on the show 2 weeks ago on SmackDown right before the pay-per-view. So we'll watch that one. Or not watch it, but run it back this time with a step. But that is the show. I'm looking forward to this one. Feels like a pretty stacked post-pay-per-view edition of SmackDown. Can't buy anything. We can use this sort of stuff, but we'll wait until Braun Strowman's gone, because this is his final week on the show before he heads out, because we did not re-sign him. I just didn't have the money for him, and we have MVP instead. I dished out a lot of money for Raw's acquisition. The acquisition from Monday night. So let's get into it here. Confirm booking. We are in Detroit, Michigan. Motor City Machine Guns appearance, perhaps? Unfortunately not. They're not in the game. But hopefully they are in 2K25. All right, so LA Knight taking on MVP and MVP's debut match here on SmackDown non-title. Let's see who goes over. 1, 2, 3. LA Knight wins. We'll say it's by disqualification. I don't really want MVP losing already in his debut. That being said, though, I was thinking if MVP won that match, we can add him to the IC Championship picture, but we're not going to, because he did not win here. So we'll say LA Knight won by DQ following interference from Gunther. Call out. Okay, promo from Tiffany and Becky. And we are watching this match between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. So let's get into it. Looking forward to the match. They had a match last week on the show that, when I say last week, I'm not talking about Backlash. Backlash was technically on the previous episode, but on the previous SmackDown that we booked 2 episodes ago, Braun beat Bronson, but we did not watch that match. We watched the tag team match that we have on this show, Rollins and Cena losing to Roman and Solo instead, so we did not watch their initial encounter, but we will tonight. Hopefully it's a fun match. I'm hoping Bronson Reed goes over. I'm not overly optimistic. Alright. Get these hands. Oh my God! Braun Strowman immediately with a clothesline and a drop kick to Bronson Reed. A clash of titans here tonight. Stepping right over Bronson Reed. And Braun Strowman had a very short stint here on SmackDown. He was hyped up in promos and vignettes for a few weeks. And he only made his in-ring debut last week on the show for the match with Bronson, and lays out Bronson Reed with a double axe handle. Steps on his chest. Oh, what a kick to the face. Oh my God, just being absolutely dominated here is Bronson Reed. But, yeah, Braun Strowman already leaving the Blue Brand. We just don't really have it in the budget right now to re-sign him. Maybe at some point we can bring him back, especially if he wins here and completely fucking destroys Bronson Reed. think we're going to have to bring him back at some point to run this back and have Bronson Reed get some measure of revenge. I am not optimistic about Bronson Reed's chances in this match. And Braun Strowman with the fucking powerbomb, man. Oh my God, the power. To be picking up Bronson Reed and just throwing him right down to the mat. Oh my God, he's got a vice on the back of his head and just throws him down face first right into the mat. In the cover, Andre style, and Bronson kicks out before he can even get a 1 count. Oh my God, Strowman just chucking Reed. Reed having enough. Picking up Braun Strowman, and he's got him up with a brain buster. Oh my God, and Braun Strowman right back to his feet. Oh, what a kick to the gut. He said, flurry of offense? I don't think so. Oh my God, he's got him in a choke slammed up Bronson Reed from Strowman. Strowman going to the top rope. This is insane. He's waiting for him to get back to his feet. Oh, just chopping him down. That might be enough with the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 1. Dropping the elbow.
Yeah, but you can't count anyone out yet. This match could still go.
And he's got Reed locked in there, doing more damage before setting him up for whatever he wants to put him away with, I'm sure. He's got him up. Oh, and Reed, it's not enough. Reed just pancaking Braun Strowman and firing up the audience. Oh my God, Bronson Reed, holy shit. An air raid crash from Bronson Reed on a Braun Strowman. Holy shit, gets a 2 count and a kick out at 2. Insane maneuver there from Reed. And he clotheslines him right into the turnbuckle. Needs to keep the monster among men off his feet. The monster of all monsters, as he calls himself now. And Braun Strowman getting right back to his feet. Throws Reed into the turnbuckle. And he picks him up for a giant suplex. Reed wisely rolling out of the ring. Has that wherewithal, that ring wherewithal about him to get out of harm's way. But it might not be enough. Strowman following him to the outside, taunting to the audience, knowing he's got his prey in his sights. Oh, and a kick to the gut. And another double axe handle to the back of Bronson Reed. And a kick. Bronson Reed throws Strowman back into the ring, back in control very briefly here. Is Bronson Reed willing to get counted out? And he... Oh my God, Braun Strowman gets him up on his shoulders. Reed gets off. Somehow able to evade the offense there from Braun Strowman. Reed has Strowman on his shoulders, face first, right into the turnbuckle. Reed rolling out to the outside, thinking that Strowman was probably going to go to the outside, and Strowman not having enough. He's got him up on his shoulders, and he chucks him. Strowman is done with Reed. Oh, just stomping on that arm. He's got to bring him to the center of the ring. Put this man away. And a kick to the back. Oh my God, picking apart Ozilla himself. Strowman setting up Reed. He's got him up for the running power slam. And that's all she wrote. 2, 3.
Braun Strowman gets the win.
Braun Strowman's send-off from SmackDown is a successful one. Another big win for Bronson Reed, or rather Braun Strowman over Bronson Reed.
Just another superstar falling to the monster of all monsters.
Rivalry grows, but it doesn't matter because Strowman's leaving, so that was a fun match, though. Mediocre, my ass. That was a fun match. Dragon Lee brings in 4,500 new fans, not bad. Rhea Ripley and Cora Jade one more time. Cora Jade this time picks up the victory with an assist from Roxanne Perez, who is getting in the crosshairs of Rhea Ripley now after failing to win the WWE Women's Championship back at Backlash from Becky Lynch. Weak promo from Balor to Punk, okay. And then in the main event, the Bloodline battles John Cena and Seth Rollins in tag team action after Solo inadvertently cost Roman the championship at Backlash. Solo fell in line last week on SmackDown. Can he do the same here tonight? Let's see. 3. Cena and Rollins go over. And then we could say Shawn Michaels attacked John Cena afterward. Damn. Good stuff, though. I think Roman and Solo have officially imploded. All right. You know, not a bad week. Not a bad week, I would say. Didn't make $150,000, so that's good shit. Alright, can't score. We're still in second place, but we do have 5 Hall of Fame trophies, so that's not bad. Gotta get that 6th one. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Rollins says, my contract with SmackDown will expire at the end of this week. I'd be interested in staying for another 5 weeks. I can't. I would like to keep him for the rest of the season. He's also the WWE champion. But I just don't have the money right now to pay him more than that. So I almost said, I won't renew your contract. Let's give him what he wants. He's the WWE champion. Oh, wait, no, 184? I'd like to offer to have you stay for another 10 weeks for 184. I mean, because otherwise I'd be paying, if I paid him twice of what he's doing now, if I just kept going in 5-week intervals here, 107 and then 107 would be 214. If I just sign him right now for another 10 weeks at 184 instead of 214, let me check here on my Moon app, on my calculator really. 214 minus 184, you're saving 30,000. That's really kind of not nothing, but it's a nice discount, but we need some leftover cash for right now, so yeah, that's fine. If it was the end of the season, that'd be a different story, but it's not. Let's do that. All right, we'll take it week by week with Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns says, boss, what happened to booking Michaels and me as a tag team? Oh, I forgot about that. We waited weeks and didn't get a word from... Oh, my bad. Sorry, Roman. You're not teaming with Shawn. My bad. Hey, boss. Yeah, also major decrease to Roman's morale, but whatever. Solo says, I have a proposition for you. How about you and I have ourselves a little partnership in the next few weeks? No, because I'm turning him heel, so me helping him out is kind of weird. No, I'm not helping him. Small decrease, but whatever. We have her under contract. I forgot we signed Fanny. So let's do that match here. Let's do Tiffany's in-ring debut against Malay Fanny Fan. Oh, God. We'll have Becky get involved. She goes after Tiffany for her in-ring debut. All right, so what else do we do tonight? I think we officially turn Solo babyface. So let's do that. Where's Solo? Oh, he's right there. We will have Roman Reigns call out Solo Sikoa. Cool, so we could do that and then also turn him babyface on the same show. So I like that. I'm also thinking Shawn and Seth tonight. Because if Shawn beats Seth, no, not for the world title, then we can add him to the match at the pay-per-view at Payback. It'll be a triple threat for the WWE Championship. So Cena will get involved there. I really want to watch that match. Seth and Shawn for the first time ever? We might have to. We will see. Let's do self-promo MVP. It's first, it's more like a vignette than anything. I say we leave the women off the show for tonight. We could do Rhea and Roxanne tonight, and then we could just build up more matches between the two. Is probably what I'm thinking. That's probably what we'll do, because I don't really know what else. What do we do? We got 2 matches here. Can we do 2 matches with just the men? I mean, I guess we could. I can also tap into free agency and see who's free for a couple of weeks. If Braun's back in free agency, we're bringing him back in. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. Bronson Reed just lost to Braun Strowman. That's not good. Did we do LA Knight and Bronson Reed, by the way? We did Gunther and Dragon Lee. I know that. Gunther wants his rematch for the IC Championship. I know that. So we'll probably save that for the pay-per-view. MVP will not wrestle on that show. The pay-per-view will probably be Roman Solo, maybe Seth, Cena, and Shawn, depending on what happens in tonight's main event. Becky and Tiffany, LA Knight and Gunther again, and then Punk and Balor. So let's put Punk in a match. Punk's first match in a while. We'll probably put him up against Bronson Reed in the opener is what I'm thinking. And then Bronson Reed can battle LA Knight most likely. And we kind of already saw LA Knight in action last week. Let's think about this. This is tough. Let's go look at free agency real quick. Manage roster, talent scouts. I mean, we have more than enough fucking... Yeah, we could spare $15,000 on this shit. On icons. Gender, alright. 2 talent scouts, $15,000. Let's look. If only for this week. Alright, we got Jimmy Uso. Randy Orton's on free agency, and Sheamus. Sheamus wrapped up before Mania. I don't think we need to re-sign Sheamus. I'm not really sure what we would have him do anyway. Orton, honestly, would be cool. What the fuck, by the way, is Jimmy Uso more expensive than Randy Orton? That makes no sense. And also Sangha. What would Orton even do right now is the question. Feud with Bronson Reed, who's coming off of 2 losses to Braun Strowman. I don't know about that. If anything, I'm thinking we sign Jimmy Uso to work in the Roman Solo program. I kind of like that idea, honestly. I feel like that would be cool. Not for $92,000, but let's see. We could use our entire budget on this man. How does the show cost already $25,000? Is it because of it costs $10,000 to change someone's role? That's ridiculous. Self-promo free? Yeah, self-promo's free, by the way. Alright, we'll give him a charity because we need more charity promos. I know that. Let's check up on that, by the way. Charity promo shit. Don't look at the fucking where we rank, because that's just not good. Oh yeah, this starts over. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can get to it. We could keep booking charity promos. It's gonna cost money, but I mean, that's just what you do if you want the next fucking trophy. Alright. Oh, fuck, did I lose, like, the talent scout shit? No, I didn't. Okay, thank God. I don't want to have to pay for that shit again. So, I need money for tonight's show. Do we pay him for 2 weeks? Do we sign another heel is the question? Sign him for 1 week? I'm trying to think, like, what do we... I say we bring him in this week. But then what would we have him do, though, is the problem. Because Solo's not on the show. I mean, he is, but... I mean, I guess we could use him next week. We can bring in Jimmy Uso for next week. We could sign him this week and then use him next week. That's probably what I would do. Just for the sake of the story, where I feel like Solo left Roman Reigns, so now he's going to battle another man who would fall in line from the bloodline, that being Jimmy Uso. Yeah, I mean, is it worth $48,000? I don't know, but let's do that. 2 weeks. All right, so we can't put him on tonight's show because we don't really have a spot for him. Let's see. Punk hasn't wrestled in a bit. I'm fine with doing like Punk and Bronson Reed or something. But then what do we do with the other match? I mean, I guess we could do Rhea and like Roxanne and then leave LA Knight and Gunther off the show for tonight. I don't really... I could leave... I'm more so leaning towards leaving Rhea, Cora, and Roxanne off the show for tonight. I'm more so leaning in that direction, to be honest with you. And then doing Rhea and Roxanne on the go-home show before the pay-per-view, because they won't be on the pay-per-view. And then having them call each other out in the meantime, or, you know, probably having Rhea call out Roxanne next week. Yeah, we'll leave the women off the show for tonight. I'm trying to think, man, this is tough. Balor and Dragon Lee, we've done that 3 times, so I don't really want to revisit that. I mean, you know what, I guess we could, and then have Punk get involved. And then what would the other match be? LA Knight versus Bronson Reed? Yeah, we'll probably just do that. The problem, though, then, is we have interference in all of these matches. So maybe we can leave Cena out of the main event. And give him like a week off or something. Because his fucking... Yeah, he has 17 stamina, so... We'll watch this match. It allows us to watch it. I think that'd be cool. So let's do that. Finn Balor. How does the show cost $26,000? Because we only have $19,000? Fuck. CM Punk will go after Finn. We'll just make this a self-promo for this week. We're cheap this week, so we're going to have to. Alright. We're going to barely able to do this, I think. By the way, before we book that, let's do our power cards. I thought we had one for, like, Cena that he could take a rest, but maybe not. Select the superstar on your roster, immediately gain 30. Okay. In-ring XP? What the fuck does that, like, what does that do? Is that the shit on the side? What does that do? I don't know. That makes their matches better, I guess? I'm not sure. I don't know, dude. Scouted. Beep, 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 boop. 6 random superstars. Whatever. Okay, we'll just leave Cena off the show. LA Knight and Bronson Reed. Dude, we're off by like $700, $600. I mean, okay. Maybe we can have Solo call out Roman. And then next week when we have Roman call out Solo, we can turn him babyface. Maybe that's how we can save some money. I'm just trying to figure this out here. And then instead, let's do this. Rhea's pissed at Roxanne, so she's going to call her out, so we get that match there, get that promo tonight. And then what we did this week with Solo and Roman originally, what I was going to do, we could do next week. All right, cool. So this is our show for next week. Finn Balor versus Dragon Lee, one-on-one, CM Punk getting involved. Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. Or not versus, I'm calling her out. I don't know what I'm talking about here. MVP self promo. We have $6,000 left over, so we still can't make this a charity promo. Next week, though. Whoever cuts a promo, we can make that a charity promo. Solo calls out Roman Reigns after what happened last week, saying, listen, bro, I'm done with the bloodline. I'm fucking done with you. Tiffany takes on Mali, what I don't know how you pronounce her name, Fanny Fan. In her in-ring debut. Both of their in-ring debuts, actually. Becky's sitting in a ringside. LA Knight takes on Bronson Reed, who also wants a crack at the IC Championship. I don't believe we did that match. Oh, no, we did. We actually did do that match. Maybe we could change that to Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy Uso is being used tonight. Because we've already done LA Knight versus Bronson Reed. LA Knight already beat Bronson Reed with Gunther getting involved. We've already done that. So I kind of like Jimmy Uso debuting, and then he takes on Solo next week. Or I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll figure that out. But yeah, I kind of like that. Alright, so that's our show, and Seth and Sean in the main event, which we will watch. I'm looking forward to that. Now, it took a long time to book that show, but I think we got locked in for a pretty good show coming up next week. I would have John Cena interfere, but he's not, maybe we could say he got attacked or something by Sean after the match. So Sean's gone for right now, or Cena's gone for right now. Plus, we don't have enough money. We do have enough money for Cena to get involved, but if we have Cena get involved, we can't watch any of the matches on the show. So if we're going to watch any match, it would be this one. So I look forward to it next week here on SmackDown in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Until then, guys, thank you so much, as always, for checking out hashtag GSM4GM. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. All that stuff is greatly appreciated. Have an awesome one, folks. I'm Graham GSM Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.